Hello once again everyone and welcome back. I am your host Natty and this is a very special Nat Reviews, the series where I take a look at a random piece of media and give my thoughts on it. It's Halloween and you know what that means. It's time for us to take a look at something rather spooky. And I have just the thing for this time of year. It's a little known song called Jeanny. Why yes, Falco, I am finally taking a look at something by you. So strap in, we are going to be going for a bit of a ride as we take a look at Falco's Jeanny. I am not going to beat around the bush. Here in America, Falco is known as a one-hit wonder for his hit Rock Me Amadeus, though technically not only one hit. So here our knowledge of him is mostly limited popularly to that song. He did become a star with his music video for a brief time, but the lights soon faded for him. He kept trying to chase another crossover hit in America for years, but never quite got it. But with the advent of YouTube, many can begin rediscovering his music more readily. That is partially how I did find out who Falco was over time. I knew his songs Vienna Calling and Jeanny and Amadeus, but never knew who sang them or really remembered more than the beat. But with YouTube and eventually going down the rabbit hole, I rediscovered the songs and eventually began listening to more and more of his work. It was in this rediscovery that I began listening to Jeanny especially, finding it to be a huge and catchy number with a cool beat. But it's on recent listens I began noticing the themes of the actual lyrics. And it's when I looked up the lyrics' translation that I very much found out how dark the song really was. The music video now made sense to me, now that I knew the full meaning of these lyrics. So what exactly do the lyrics tell? The lyrics tell what seems originally like the protagonist wanting to help a woman escape a bad situation and help her and show feelings for her. The chorus thus backs up that fact at first. However, the second and third verses get more and more dark, becoming more stalkery, and each subsequent time the chorus kicks in, it at first may appear still unassuming to English ears, but the lyrics translated get very dark. In one interpretation, how he keeps repeating the chorus to himself, slowly going insane when you combine it with the verses. Falco is slowly losing his mind and going insane, stalking this woman and being extremely creepy. He keeps thinking he is still doing good, but in actuality, he is being a stalking creep who is going insane, thinking she is much better with him and... Gonna cut that there. It is rather dark for sure. Some interpretations may be graphic or intense for some, so be warned. But yeah, in another interpretation, the verses tell a story of Falco growing more and more insane over time, and it gets massively rapey undertones. And at one point, thanks to the news flash, it appears as if Falco murdered the woman spoken of in the song. Sure, in the video she is still alive, but you can't really deny how the song sounds once you translate the lyrics. It certainly is not a happy song. This isn't the end either. As it turns out, the song was the center of its own massive controversy. See, when I came into this song, I didn't expect it to be so dark, or that when researching deeper how controversial it really was. As it turns out, the song caused a massive scandal in both halves of Germany in 1986. The song's interpreted rape tones made the song inherently controversial. Falco always insisted it was a stalker song, a la Every Step You Take, but most interpreted other ways. Most German radio stations tried to have the song banned from air. Some succeeded, but others kept it only on top of the chart shows. Others play the song only with a warning in front. In all of East Germany, the song was banned and was illegal to play in its clubs. I am sure the rest of the German-speaking world had similar bans and controversy too, but the main sources I can find are about the outcry in both Germanys. I do feel the controversy did help to make the song not chart in much of the English-speaking world, seeing how much it failed to chart. only barely peeking into the British charts at 68. It probably didn't help subsequent songs of his as well. Despite the controversy, the song became the biggest selling song in German-speaking countries in 1986, selling 2.5 million copies, an impressive feat considering the aforementioned outcry. It's not even the end of the Jeanny saga either, considering it's a trilogy, which in of itself is its own muddled mess over if there really was a third version and how much more, but our focus is only on Jeanny Part 1. But it's rather interesting how much there truly is about this song under the surface. It is a bit overwhelming going into the rabbit hole. I didn't expect the song to be so deep as it turned out to be, and I am sure for the unsuspecting English ear they wouldn't have picked up on the lyrical darkness on its own until translated. The video sure is creepy and unnerving, which it may give the hints to the darkness of the lyrics, but once you get the full picture of the lyrics and combine it with the video, it sure paints a dark, dark song, no matter how you interpret it. Conclusion. Overall thoughts? Now, looking past the uber dark lyrics for a moment, the actual musical part of the song is rather good. He knew his way around a hook, and you can really tell. This song fits perfectly in the big, dark 80s ballads of the time. I have always enjoyed listening to that part of the song. Since it's sang in German, it has the effect of other sang in foreign language songs that Americans listen to. The language goes through them as they listen more and more to the musical backing instead. Think Gangnam Style nearly 30 years after, or the subsequent trend of K-pop branched from it as a modern example. But yeah, based on that factor alone, it's a well done song in my mind. When you add the dark undertones of the lyrics, however, the song becomes so much darker than originally could be gleaned, as you heard before. As such, what originally seems to be a typical big 80s dark love number, a la Again, Every Step You Take, subverts your expectations by slipping in a massively dark and creepy number, and for that it gets my hesitant rating of A+. Definitely recommended if you either enjoy Falco's work, 80s music in general, or want to hear something dark, though for others the rather dark nature may put you off, which I would advise caution no matter how you approach. Do I anticipate more? Well, here is where I have a bit of a confession to make. Though I clearly don't know German fluently or nearly at all, I do have a fondness for Falco's work. He knew his way around a hook, and I have generally enjoyed most of his stuff. Sadly, he only got to be a one-hit wonder, debatedly, here in America, but I know in Europe and especially German-speaking countries, he had much more success. He was unfortunately taken too soon, dying days short of his 41st birthday in 1998. However, it appears that, as with many musicians, his fame was solidified and only grew after his untimely death, as exemplified by Elvis, Falco's idol Mozart, among many others. He still is perhaps the best-selling Austrian musician in history, and definitely has a large legacy. He may not have new works to be released anymore, but the work we do have, I do enjoy. I do feel that just about wraps us up, and I do hope you enjoyed. Well, became more informed is a better term than enjoyed in this case. A look into a rather dark song that I hadn't expected to be as dark as it was. I am hoping your Halloweens are safe and you have fun. Look into Falco's work yourself if you are interested. I only mainly focused on his Jeanny Part 1 here, but he is a massively fascinating character in the overall scheme of music. I hope to take a look at his work again in the future, but for now, I have been your host Natty. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below or on social media, and I wish you all have a very spooky day.